This is Margaret Cowie, a community warden with Grampian Police since June 2004. In addition to her normal duties of patrolling the community, providing advice on crime reduction and community safety, Margaret volunteers her free time to many projects in the Forest area. She's a registered foster carer and has both accommodated and supported innumerable young people over the years. Margaret gets involved in many activities, both in a professional and voluntary capacity. These include helping here with the wee Fibies, along with Eco Schools and Pilmuir Residents Committee. Margaret is also part of local gardening groups, the Forest Adopt a Street initiative, and she's vice chair of Victim Support Moray. She's raised thousands of pounds for charity by climbing Mount Kilimanjaro, cycling from Land's End to John O'Groats, and competing in 13 marathons. Margaret Cowie is a powerhouse of energy and enthusiasm.
She doesn't have to be the figurehead, she just wants to be involved. And once she is involved, she gives it a whole sort of energy which really moves it forward. She's the person that gets things done, and I hear that time and time again in all the letters that I receive about her.
It does give me a great sense of pride in belonging to the town, and I just want the community to benefit from that. And I always think if you get the community involved in whatever projects we come up with, then you've won half the battle, and they keep the things going as well, because there's a great community spirit up here. The local businesses, they kind of back us up as well. I meet lots of really decent people, and it just makes it an enjoyable job to do.
Meet Robert McPherson. He's a tenant and voluntary board member with the Port of Leith Housing Association. A wheelchair user, Robert moved to his home 11 years ago. It provides the space and facilities he needs. He's been on the board for the past 10 years. He's described as a valued and effective member through his thoughtful and balanced input. Fellow members of the board say Robert shows great empathy with other tenants' problems. As a result, he's a strong and consistent champion for the well-being of all tenants. Robert is the lead member for the Board of Housing Management and Property Maintenance Services. He manages to handle the practical difficulties of multiple sclerosis and remains cheerful and positive with a great sense of humour. Robert McPherson is quite simply an inspiration.
He brings together a number of perspectives. He brings his perspective of a tenant, someone who's wheelchair bound, someone who's a local resident, someone with a bit of a business background. So he is effective, but he's also effective, I think, because of his personality. For someone that has his health issues, he's extremely positive, very good humoured, but not afraid to stand his ground and make his point when he needs to.
Being a member of the association encourages me to get out, to come to meetings, to go to social events with the other board members, create friendships, and overall just totally enhances my quality of life, which I can assure you is really the most important thing. And if I can give a little back at the same time, then I'm happy. I'm not meaning to sound noble, it's just something I enjoy. Giving something, but I get a lot more back.
This is Billy Penders, a young man who's overcome a difficult start in life. He shows that with the right support, any one of us can make the most of our potential. Billy had a troubled childhood. Both of his parents had drug and alcohol problems and were frequently in jail. As a result of this chaotic lifestyle, Billy got involved in vandalism, theft and truancy. He was soon on the radar of police and social services. He was referred to the Kibble Care Centre as a day pupil by Glasgow City Council's Social Work Department. It was there his life started to move in a more positive direction. Billy's behaviour and school performance gradually improved. He completed his standard grades and became Player of the Year for the Kibble football team. In 2007, he was placed with foster carers. He said that was a major turning point as he was in an environment of care and love. Billy is now a childcare assistant at Kibble, where he's a mentor to other troubled young people. Billy Penders is a positive role model.
He's not only very good at his job, but he's an inspiration to the other boys in the school, because they see him and they think, if he can do it, I can do it. And the amount of kids in the school said to me, I want to be Billy Penders, is fantastic. So he's like a beacon of light or hope for these other boys who don't have a lot of hope. And they think, oh, he did it. He came from a background like mine, or worse in many cases. And look at him, he's now a member of staff. So that's, he's very important to the school in that respect.
I find it easier to relate to the boys on a kind of understanding level as well, to be able to say, look, I know where you've been, I know where you're going, like, this is how we change it, this is how we make it better, I've been here. And it's good to use myself as an example sometimes, and it kind of shows the boys as well. I'm just back to kind of show them that no, everybody has to fail that comes from a bad background, and there's chances there for everybody, and when you get one, you just need to grab it with both hands.